Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as TAKARA-TOMY MP-05, and welcome to my 200th video on YouTube. For this review I thought I'd do something special, though I suppose while the figure isn't particularly special itself, I did some checking around on YouTube and I could actually not find too many videos where I actually concentrated on the transformation, so I thought why not do that for this video. I probably wish I hadn't by the end of it, mainly because I spent the last hour just trying to transform the bloody thing into gun mode. This is of course Masterpiece Megatron. This is him in his gun mode. I haven't got my original G1 Megatron for a size comparison, which is a shame because he's about, I don't know, what's that, about a third bigger, something like that. And of course it transforms into his Walther P38 mode. He's got nice two Decepticon signs, one on either side there. I've got my light on because it's getting dusk as I'm doing this, and I'm gonna make sure I've got enough light, especially because he's got a lot of black on him and everything like that. Trigger works and everything like that. You can get the gun attachments, and like Shartimus Prime did say, if you don't have the gun attachments, it's pretty silly having this figure really. The only reason I don't have them is because when I saw them on eBay, I just actually never really bothered getting them, and then when I actually had the money I could never see them, and just goes on like that really. When I've got a bit of money I'll go looking for them, can't find them, and usually I see them when I've got no money, so it's just the way it goes unfortunately. But I believe it does replace two of the back parts here with actual metal, and to allow the attachment stock and silencer and stuff like that. He does have some working batteries, and if I show you, look down there, it does have the light up feature in there. Which is pretty good. Other than that, it's not much more to say about his robot mode. It does come with a few little attachments and stuff. I'll get onto them when I get him into robot mode, which I'm going to attempt right now, so this should be a laugh, because this can be fun. I've got my instructions down here, and if you notice that it stops, this is why, because I've had to consult my instructions. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is detach his fusion cannon. I'm going to pop that down there. The next thing is we are going to try and loosen up most of this part. So I'm going to try and separate the legs at this point, and it's mainly because there's a couple of attachments just up in here which I'm going to find a little bit annoying to get out. Yes, so you loosen it up all around here. Like I say, I've had to stop the video just to bloody do it, otherwise I would have been there for 5 minutes trying to figure out a way about breaking it. Anyway, right, so we loosen it up, and then basically we just have this hinge here. I think a few people have broken this actually, mainly because this hinge here, which connects half the body, is actually a metal pin, and one of the pins is actually plastic, which I can't really work out why they did that. Anyway, right, let's start transforming this again. We now have to separate the legs, so we now just run. I'm sorry if you can't see all this, but believe me, I'm going to do my best, but it is a fucking pain. I haven't seen Elfie already. No, there we go, he's alright. Right, so we separate all these bits up. I'm going to just detach these bits here, because they're just on little ball joints, and all they do is get in the fucking way. So I'm going to get rid of those. This is one of those figures that Hasbro have made far too fucking complicated for its own fucking good, really. There's no real reason why it had to be as complicated as they made it. So here we go, right, we're splitting these up, and as you can see now we're splitting legs, almost a bit like in his G1, but now then we have to do a few things with this. This goes into there, like so. That will go in there, so let's fold that round. Let me get rid of that, that can stay there. Yeah, so that goes in there like that. Now then, this, as you can see, there's basically a hinge joint here. We're going to flip that into there, and at the same time move another joint out. Fuck me. Half the time when I was transforming this, it felt just like I was going to break it, because some of these joints are just so tight and they've got so much weight behind them. If you do it too far, it's going to break. And as you can see now, I've got to prop bits up while I'm moving other bits, because it's just so much weight to be on a pin, and you can't do it so easy. Anyway, I've got to this position here. I think it's about right. I'm going to have to now manoeuvre this leg on this fucking pin down here. Sorry you can't see this. And we're going to turn that just here, just 90 degrees like that. And we're going to come to this other one, And we're going to do that 90 degrees. There we go. Fuck me, this is dodgy. But as soon as I get these legs done, I can put the body together, and then it won't be held on that bloody pin. Right, the next thing we've got to do is try and extend this leg. Yeah, that's easier said than done. Now, let me just put it down here for a second. I believe the easiest one I found to do this earlier was to get a screwdriver, and there's a little pin. I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to pop that in there, and then we've got to try and force the fucker back up. Which is probably easier said than done, because there's so many other bits in the way. And the instructions lovingly say, oh, there we go, yeah, there we go. Right, so we're going to get this. As you can see, loads of bits are falling in the way. Let me just use my screwdriver to pinpoint this. In here is a little hole, and up here is a little hole, and there's a little slidey joint that goes in it. When it's in the down position, there's a little black knobbly bit that goes in there, and you just push that in and then slide the joint up. Until then, it should click once you get it all the way, if it wants to come all the way, which it sort of doesn't, because these are so fiddly, and they're all, some joints are plastic, some, and you know, only a couple of joints are bloody metal. And you'd think, there we go, fuck me, that's a fucking job and a half. Yeah, you'd think that they would make a lot of the joints out of metal, but maybe to cut costs or just for ease, who knows why they didn't do that. But that's fucking toy companies for you these days. They don't like fucking doing anything, do they? Eh? Right, so we're going to force that all the way up. There we go. Right, so that's your legs now into the extended position. No, it's not. Fucking bloody thing. Get up there. There we go. Right, that's all out there now. Now then, all we do next, don't worry about these two bits. These just fall everywhere. They are on a ball joint. I could take them off, actually. Come back to them last. But what we're going to do is we're going to now try and extend the leg into the fully extended position. Comes with these little shin guards. We're just going to flip them down like so. I've got to be careful because there's just bits everywhere. And this fucking hell. Right, for my next couple of reviews, I'm going to be doing easy transformers. Let's go back to G1, I think, because this is fucking stupid. I fucking hate these things. Right, then we're going to get the fucking feet out. Sorry for swearing so much. My girlfriend's always moaning about me at swearing, but you can tell she don't collect these bloody awful transformers like this. So everyone's falling down now. Right, so then we open these up. We're going to get this little section here. I'm going to flip that round, and then this section has to split. Sorry about this. That's it. Jesus Christ. Right, this section, as you can see, it's on a little joint. We just move that up, and this comes with a little, what you want to call them, I can't think of it. Flip them in. This bit goes up the back here, and then we flip out. There's a little weirdo foot. That goes down here. We close up the red section again. This comes up to the back somehow, and hangs around there. It probably goes somewhere else actually. Oh, there we go. There's a tiny little clip. You're going to see it clip in just there if I get it into the right position. There we go. That sort of like holds everything, and then we rotate this around. Bloody hell, I ain't got enough hands. There we go. This one extends. There should be a bit in here. There we go. That comes out. That goes in there like that. There we go. You didn't actually see any of that. But this is his foot now. I don't really like the feet. That is a big thing for me. Then the trigger section comes away and folds all the way just in there, and it just little slots away. This section's come loose again. It's a bit of a pain. There we go. Right, we're going to do the same on the other foot. We're going to get rid of that one already. I've got to be careful of this fucking section. Right, so here we go. I'm going to try and do it so you can actually see it this time. This little red section flips up. This little bit comes around. Then the whole sort of like second half of this will move around. Let's get the foot out and flip that down and around. There we go. That begins to move around there. That moves around there. We'll fit in a tiny little gap just there. Close this back up. Close that up. And it's done. There you go. It just tabs away. We're going to redo this. If it wants to bloody move, you fucking thing. There we go, that's going to fit in there, and that just holds still. Get his foot open, a little back bit extends, there's a little bit in there, we then start to close it back up, and it just sort of slots away. I should get it into the right bloody angle anyway. There we go, that's it. And there we have Megatron's foot done. There he is, there's his feet done. Right, so now then we've got to then do his middle section. I'm going to get these bits out of the way because these can be annoying. They turn out like that. They actually have to move this way, I believe. Actually, no, it's not. It's more forward. Just going to close them up because all they'll do now is get in the fucking way of each other. There we go, like that. And we're just going to flip those to the back, like that. Get them out of the way, doesn't it? And we've got this section here. Then we open up these like that. That folds down like that. This section now has to come all the way around here and then flips up to here. There we go, and it clicks nice and solidly in there. And that's Megatron's lower half. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised I managed to do it. Right, so now we move on to the main section, which can be problematic. Just got to hope I can remember how to do it all. Right, so this section now, you need to disconnect the arms slightly, just like that. This section now should raise up. If I'm, oh, I don't like the look of that. How's this raise up without me doing anything to it? Because earlier, there we go, it just raises up. That's pretty cool. Once you've got it up like that, it does. Right, so yeah, we've got to try and extend this up. I've just figured it out. Here we go. Right, so this section has to raise up as well, extending the red bits around the side. That I did like that when I was transforming this back into gun mode earlier. I liked how that section went. Just sort of go up a bit more. There we go. And then so that gives him his classic body. The next bit we've got to do is we pull the barrel of the gun out, fold it round. Should just come out this way. Here we go. Make sure that is full extended. It keeps dropping down on that side. Fold it around and then flip it up like that. And that gives him his barrel. I prefer it if there was some way of lowering this down here because it's sticking up quite a long way and it shouldn't be really up that far, I don't think. Right, I'm just going to pop him down for 1 second. Yeah, let me try and figure out the next part. Going to get these bits out of the way because these can be a bit of a nightmare. I believe now I've got to detach the head just from that point. The head is a little bit of a funny thing on this. Anyway, the next thing we've got to do is separate the arms. I do like this how it is quite a lot like the original G1, if only slightly more fucking complicated. And trying to get this to work earlier was an absolute nightmare. Right, so here we go. And we open these out. These are almost on a screw joint. That's not a screw joint. Like a double joint. So when you open one, the other one flips open as well. Then we've just got to be careful because these are all die cast metal in these little bits here. We've just got to be careful as we open it because I don't want to snap any of them. Right, and this is almost, believe it or not, we are almost actually there. It is just a lot more complicated than it actually bloody looks. Right, so they go like that. I've got to then try and get some bits out. I can't exactly remember how exactly they go. So bear with me for 1 second. I think, yes, they just pull apart, don't they? There we go. So the arms are in there, and then there's just on a little slidey joint, and we'll eventually see the arm come out like that. There we go. It gives you the arm like that, and gives you a little bit more room on it. And get this fucking body back up. It keeps slipping folding down on this bloody side. That's better. There we go. It wasn't all the way extended. Right, so we've got them like that, and then we've got to try and pop him up, much like we do with the original G1 Megatron. And I remember when I got that, and I thought that was bloody complicated when I was a kid. Oh dear, I never knew I'd be getting this bloody piece of shite. Anyway, right, now then, there's a little slidey joint just in there. I don't know if you're going to see it, but then we slide this all the way forward. Like that. It can be a little bit problematic. that folds straight in, and then we just got to line all the little relevant, like almost like bones, if you will, of the figure. We put them in like that. This one has to fold up into there. Oh yeah, there we go. So I've just got to fold that up. That don't seem right to me. What have I done wrong? 1 second. There's probably something I've done wrong. Ah, of course, yeah, I know what it is. Right, so we've just got to extend this. What have I done? Right, let me try and reverse the process. So I've got to pull that out. It don't want to come out now. I know what I've done wrong. I've just forgotten to extend a certain joint. But now I don't want to budge. There we go. Right, so this arm joint again, let me just put him down for 1 second. Sure what I do is I extend it. There we go. Yeah, there we are. So there we go. Now you can see it's extended. It's got a slight hole in the middle there. It is very fucking problematic, this fucking figure. Right, this is it. I'll never transform this again. I fucking hate these sort of figures. Do you know what? Because they're so fiddly. There we go. Right. So now then, we're fully extended. We push this joint back in. Then we start manoeuvring things around, and this now has a tiny little tab just on this shoulder joint, which now will flick in. I'm just going to have to be a bit careful when I do it. Trying to get this out, I could not believe how fucking annoying it was just to get the thing out. I had to jam a screwdriver into one end. Is that in? Probably isn't actually, because I don't feel like it's in there properly now. It's hard because you push on some of these parts and they just don't want to know. Oh, I'm going to have to extend the arm here. I have to transform the arm. Sorry about this, everybody. But this is a bit of a fucking nightmare figure. Right, we're going to get that bit off because that's only on the ball joint. It might allow me to push the bloody arm in. Right, yes, figured out what it was. Just got to extend it enough. Let me just do it on this one. Push it in, and then it's just a case of pushing it until it clicks into place. Which is easier said than done, because all these bits all loose around it. You end up pushing on them. Right. With this arm, we're going to transform the arm first. So we disconnect certain points, and then we remove. There's one of these that is on a ball joint, but we'll come to that. Anyway, we extend the arm, as you can see, and we're going to remove this one because it's on a ball joint. Pull that off for 1 second. As you can see, there's his arm, and then we've got this joint. It's just got to go straight into there. We push it in until it clicks into place, and then we're all done. Yes, we're all done. Right, so that's done. And then these guys just fold down to the back around there. And then we're almost done actually. I'm going to leave the head right until the last minute, but before that I'll put everything else on. Right, now then, we've done the arms. I just need to redo how I'm holding the figure. As you can see, the arms are a little bit out of sync, so this joint now needs to slide into position. Fucking hell, that don't feel good, I tell you. I think it's got one more notch to go. Yeah, there we go. And then we do the other, this one. How's that? Fuck me. I was having so much trouble with that earlier. It was quite scary. Anyway, we open up these panels here. The little hands are hidden inside. I'm going to try and get this out. In there. Hope you're liking this review, because at the moment it's not the best one. I'm sure you'll agree. Right, anyway, so we open this panel up just in here. Oh dear, why do I do figures like this? I don't know. Anyway, right, and then we just basically now just got to try and extend this. I usually hold this bit here. And then we just pull this section out, close that back up. And then he has like a gap in the arm here. Fucking everything's falling down there. Right, so we're going to do the same on this arm. I just open this up and slightly pull it out. Close that back up. Right, so there's your arms. I'm going to put them down by the side, and we're just going to finish off the head, and then I'm going to pop everything back on. On this joint it just closes back up and it should just fit into there like that. Then we rotate this thing back down to the back, extend this strange forehead. Now I don't want to be extended. There we go. Nice Megatron. Now he's got a ball jointed head. Pretty damn good. I'm going to come on to that and to a few little things in a second. We're going to start popping these things back on. I believe this one went on here. Like that. Because it does look better with all this on. Unfortunately, it just falls off far too easy. And I think, alright, fair play to Takara or Hasbro, however you want to say it, for making figures like this, but what's the point if the enjoyment factor's just not there? I just don't get it, because did I enjoy transforming it? Parts of it, yes, but a lot of it, no. I found it scary, to be honest. You know, when you're paying, like, I think I paid about 70 or 80 quid for this figure. When you pay that sort of amount to a figure, do you want to really risk breaking the bloody thing? No. Anyway, this is Masterpiece Megatron, finally, in robot mode. Stick his fusion cannon back on his arm. Now then, this is one of the big problems with this. On this joint, it's just all plastic in there. This is heavy. I was trying to pose it, especially like when I was doing my Masterpiece Optimus Prime review. It's just hard to pose once you've put this on, because the joint just cannot take the weight. And that's one of the major flaws with this figure, is just the weight of it, and it's all just too flimsy. Look, as it is, it's just bringing the arm straight down. Yeah, so, but I'll tell you what, I do like this figure. I like it more now than I did when I first got it, because at the first I thought it was a bit crap, to be honest. But I do like it. You can put him some decent pose, he will stand, so I think it's pretty good overall. Just has a lot of flaws, unfortunately, which is a complete and utter shame. Just, he's got a lot of, obviously, issues regarding breakability. The face sculpt is pretty atrocious, if I'm honest with you. They could have come up with something better than that. I'm not going to put some of the accessories that he's got on him. I've taken some pictures, so I know how to focus them. I've taken some pictures with them, and just to show you, but I'm going to show you them anyway, the ones that he does come with, because they are pretty cool. That bloody box now. Come on. Here we go. The first one, which I always thought cool when I first saw the original pictures, was the sword that he used to, well, definitely send Optimus Prime on his way in Transformers the movie, which is pretty damn cool. Looks alright with that. And he comes with this ball and chain, which he has from, of course, More Than Meets the Eye. Just why they gave him a chain this long when something, I don't know, just sort of like that long would have been sufficient. It's crazy just why it is that long. Still, there we go. I'll pop that down there. And this is obviously the little gun that he had from Transformers the movie, which is pretty cool. He used to kill Optimus Prime with that. And another little cool thing is Kremzeek. There he is. I do like Kremzeek. Quite a little fun little thing. Wasn't too keen on the episode, but I like that little figure. Right, so this has been my 200th video. I hope you liked it. Sorry it wasn't the best sort of one, but maybe you just enjoyed me trying to fumble around with it and maybe not break it. So, anyway, this has been Graham, the Collector 75, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.